Welcome back, everyone, to Data Science for Everyone. Today, we're going to be talking about replacing items in an array with React. Let's get started. So, the first thing that we kind of want to do, again, we in our previous video, we had this where we were changing the position of items, okay, in an array, and we were able to move them up and down again by prioritizing our task. And notice here we're changing those values. Now, what happens though if you want to just change up specific items, okay? And you just want to replace those values. Well, we can do that by, well, one, commenting out our previous code. Now, again, just for starters here, we have this import use state from React. And let's go on and create up our example here, okay? So instead of a task list this time, I think we're going to do products and their stock. So specifically, like you're stocking shelves, you want to keep track of store products in a warehouse. So each item there is going to be produced with an ID, a name, and a stock value. So we can also indicate the current inventory level, and we can also, again, maybe the goal is maybe to replace the product stock level when an update is needed. So maybe we'll create up a button that will add stock by 10, or maybe it'll decrease stock by 10, or maybe even by 1, just depending on how we want to do it. So first off, let's go on and create up our data here. And so we'll just call this our initial products. And again, this is going to be an array. So again, we'll have our ID, 1, name, and again, we're just going to call this product A, stock, and again, we'll just say stock 100 for now. Again, let's copy this. And we'll do this a couple times, okay? So we'll say 2, 3, 4, B, C, D, and we will change, let's change these values. So let's say something like 150, 200, and 250, okay? So now let's go on and create up our product stock list. So export default function. And again, here we'll do product stock list const, and we'll have products. We'll also have set products. And we'll set this to use state. And again, our use state is our initial products. Let's create up a handle stock update function. So it'll be handle stock update. And again, it will take in a product ID, and it'll take in the new stock to be updated. So let's create up our next products. So const next products in here. And again, we are going to have our products dot map. And again, we'll do products, or our product, sorry, here. And we want object here. And so let's see here. We want to do if product.id is equivalent to our product ID. We want to, what are we going to do here? We're going to update the stock for the specified product. Okay, and so what we do with this, we're going to return, we're going to spread out our product. We're going to change the stock to the new stock. Okay, now our else here is going to be what? What do we want here? This is going to be other products remain the same. unchanged, maybe. Will that be a little bit more specific with that? Okay, and what is it not liking here? Our products declared but never read. It's okay. Well, we'll worry about that here in a minute. All right. So then after we have, so here we will return our product. Okay. And finally here, we want to set products to our next products. And let me just double check all of this here. So we're mapping out product. If our product ID is equal to the product ID, then we're going to return, we're going to spread out our product. We're going to have set our stock to the new stock here. And good. All right, so let's go on and set up our return here. So let's return. And here we're going to go back to an unordered list. And this unordered list is going to be products.map. And inside here, what do we want? We want the product itself. And then we want it to actually, instead of this here, we want it to return that. And so let's return a list item object here. And we're going to set the key is equal to the product ID. Then the item itself here will be product.name. We'll have a dash here, and let's say stock, and we'll have the product stock. And then let's give it a button for each one of them. Okay, and the button here will do something like increase stock. Okay, so maybe you're stocking shelves, and let's maybe say by 10. Okay, so what does this button need to actually do? Okay, well, on click here, we want it to handle the stock update. Okay, and that is the product ID, the product stock plus 10. Okay, and so here again, let's just say increment stock by 10, for example. Okay, and again, you can always change this to whatever you want in the future. Now let's go back up and actually figure out what my two errors are that are being compiled here. So again, syntax error. Again, it doesn't like this. So let's go back up here. And let's see what it doesn't like here. And again, this is supposed to be returning this is supposed to return an object, not just the items themselves. Okay, so now it's successful. Let's go back over. Let's refresh. All right, and so now we see here that we have a product A, stock of 100. Oh, and you know what? Let's maybe give it. Let's give it a little bit of space for the button here. All right, so there's a little bit of space now. Again, we can always clean it up later on. But what we should be able to do now is when we hit this stock increase, this should go up to 110. Okay, this one should go up to 160. This one should go up to 110. Now, what would be nice is that if, let's say that we increase this up higher, maybe we'd have it move or something else. And again, you could have this so that they're decreasing or whatever else you wanted to do. Maybe you could put in multiple buttons in here. Okay, so you had a plus and a minus sign. So something that would look like, so instead of it would be, let's say you wanted to increase by 1 and you would just have a plus sign in here. Okay, and then it would be increasing by 1, and maybe then you have a minus sign in here and you have a decreasing sign. We can do that too real quick. If we want to, we can go through here, we can copy this, paste this, and we can say -1 and minus. And again, you can always make these look pretty however you want later on, but notice here, it subtracts, it adds, it subtracts. Okay, so now you have this nice inventory type checker system. And again, you could have this maybe later on, hook it into a MongoDB database, or you could have it do other things. Maybe you have a notification system pop up whenever you get below, let's say, 100. Okay, and then a pop-up would happen and you would say, oh, you need to have all these products. You need to restock more products, etc. Okay, so again, what we were doing here is we were looking at how we are actually replacing items, because again, these are being replaced. They're not being updated. They're not being mutated. And again, I hope you guys like this and you want more of this content. If you do, please comment, subscribe, and hit that like button. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.